Okay, what's up, everyone? What's up, traders? Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys are all doing well. As always, make sure to go check out GoChamp, their free competition-based accounts. The link is in the chat right now. Sponsor the stream. So let's have a look at my day so far. So I'm up $950. I did request a payout from FTMO today as well of about $3,000. I got another 12 grand coming in the next week or just over. But yeah, let's speak about my first couple of trades here. So I took a long pre-market just before the London session start, moving back up towards these highs off the lows. I like that we had a shove up yesterday. This is kind of like a pullback for the high time frame move, and I really did like the level that I was buying off of. So got the move up, and then the second long here, a little bit more choppy, but I'll take it. A move up back above New York session. VWAP, we're holding lows, and my edge-full data was telling me that I need to be long biased. So yeah. Any questions in the chat right now? How are your guys' day going? Yeah, what's up? Dodge, Booyah. Good to have you guys on. Yep. So just those two longs. Edge full, the data was telling me long bias, and I did like that pullback. As I said, I think that was a that pullback was really nice from that move yesterday. I think that basically was how I was seeing it. Was we have the shove up. This is like a hard time frame level that we were looking for. My screener nearly has British Italian flag. So have a look at the stats I use on my edge full screener. So I use the daily bias as the custom one. I've got the opening candle continuation, RB bar rejection in the previous day's range. So that's the ones I have on there. Yeah. So make sure to go check that out. Nice, locked out with green. Nice one. How about, sorry, got a bounce toss tonight. Yeah, cheers. 100% Raz. But yeah, that's the data I use on the screener there, my side. And I think obviously this is custom made. You can always change it. So yeah, those are the two trades that I had today. Pretty easy, pretty simple reads. Just stacking the greens. As I said, I've taken an FTMO payout. I've seen a lot of hate on Twitter online on FTMO. I've never had any issues personally. And I think it's bad for people just assume. Like, I've never had any issues. I don't assume anything. I don't assume the company is solvent. I don't run the back end, but I've never had any issues. So request a payout, and hopefully that hits today. They've always been quick with them. Do you trade with any futures prop firms? I don't at the moment. What's up, futures floor? I did get you guys' email. I think it was you guys in my email, so I'm going to reply to that. But I don't personally trade at the moment with any futures prop firms, simply because of I can't even trade personal trading accounts with TraderVate. They won't allow me in South Africa, so I trade CFD contracts of them. Yeah. Where did I get your email here yesterday? I think it was you guys. Could be wrong, but was it yesterday? Could be wrong. Yeah, could be wrong on that, but I don't know. I'm sure it was you guys, but anyway. Yeah, it was you guys. Futures floor. Yeah, you sent it this morning, 4 o'clock in my time this morning. So that's why. Yeah, perfect. So I'll get back to you guys on that as well. Yeah, it was me. We have quite a few members from South Africa. Nice. Yeah, so we can trade. I've traded with Top One Futures. I've taken a 6.5 gram payout with them, but after that, with the minimal drawdown, I blew the accounts and just haven't traded them since. So I trade the CFD contracts of them as in my own personal trading accounts as well as with FTMO. That's the prop firm that I've been focused on right now and been hitting with. But yeah, I see a lot of hate online for prop firms with FTMO specifically recently, but I've never had any issues with them. So I've got about a 15.5 gram payout coming with them over the next 10 days. One of them I took out today. So yeah, what are you reckon becoming a crypto bud? Yeah, check that, the BitGet hoodie. Yeah, they sent me some merch. So we're doing some work together. They sent me some merch. I've always been interested in their platform. I used it once or twice before, but now I'm using it for their tokenized stocks and everything like that. So they sent me some merch and yeah, we're going to be doing some work together. Darren, do you use BitGet yourself? If you do, you must switch over to my partner link. Would appreciate that. I'll put the link in my chat over here. Over there. So we've been doing some work together. Yeah. Let's have a look here. We had, I think the only issue is that the pricing on Forex side is a little bit higher yeah, but I use the CFD pricing. The futures pricing. I buy the futures data and I just look at the futures pricing on my side. So yes, I'm trading the CFD contracts and they could be different. Like look right now, ES is trading at 6,625. The CFD contract will definitely be different. It's trading at, on the CFD contract, it's trading at 6,571, and this is trading at 624. So definitely it's different, but I use the futures pricing. But yes, with CFD you can still have access to indexes and metal. Exactly, yeah. So I look at the futures pricing and I trade on based on that. So it's the same asset that you're trading essentially, right? But yeah, those two trades for me right now, it looks like we are in a little bit more of a rangier market. So I'm glad to have got those longs in the London session and then again now. And that put me up $900 on one of my accounts. So that account, it will be like a 6 gram payout. That will be in the next bit. So yeah, just one good day at a time, right? One good day at a time. We'll see if we can find any trades on stream with GoChamp. But yeah, they're free competition-based accounts are pretty nice, especially for newer traders as well. One good trade, OGT. I have a few diversified. I have Coinbase, Swingbear, Hardware Wallets, currently what? Yeah, I have my own affiliates. Oh, nice. Okay, nice, Darren. Yeah, nice. So yeah, exactly. So I like BitGet. I've been using them for a little bit, and now obviously they reached out to me. So yeah, 100%, Darren. Yeah, you love the crypto stuff, bro. Nah, so you're gonna have to get on and teach me how to use them more. But I've just been using them for buying the tokenized stocks, which are quite nice. Apparently, a lot of companies want to get into those tokenized stocks as well. But yeah, we can see that, as I said, like YM's the only index is actually trading green on the day. We're looking a lot more bullish on YM personally. So BitGet are decent, very reputable. Yeah, they are reputable. That's yeah, for sure. One good trade. Yep, one good trade at a time, right? So that's what I always love doing my daily report card, even on these streams, to show you guys, you know, I'm always being held accountable. I'm being on a good run, but I'll share the good and the bad, right? So it's never going to be all sunshine and rainbows. It's always going to be, you know, me sharing my journey. You know, last year, this time, I made a tweet about this. Last year, this time I was in the shit, you know, and I had to push past it. So it's never going to be all sunshine and rainbows. But it's been going well quite now, and I'll take that. I like the longs after yesterday's move up. This pullback was a higher low on a 15-minute time frame. We've based out in London and took the longs there off a good level. Again, we come down to it in the New York session, but today a lot choppier and good to end green. Yeah, so it's been a really solid month so far. So we'll share that with my community. Okay, and then we'll go to my my year to date so far. as well. So it's been a solid year to start to the year, that's for sure. And we'll go to this one. So I traded very, very small in February because I was on the road traveling, green every single day, but very small. And then this month's been really, really nice. So yeah, we still got a couple days left. Yeah, 100%, guys. We'll check you. We'll check you there. Good to connect. Yeah, so I think in terms of payouts this month, I'll do about 25 grand. So that's pretty nice. We'll always take that, right? It's been a solid. As I said, I'll share the wins and the losses. It's never going to be as great as it's going now. But I'm in the zone and I'm going to continue plugging away. Depending on how quick we get back to overnight VWAP on ES, will depend if I take another base hit on the long. Yeah, 100%, Darren. I agree. I mean, YM's holding up. NQ looks like we're bouncing now too. So I like the longs personally. I think it looks pretty nice. I've got to wait until tomorrow to get that GoChamp account going again. James, are you going to the Prop Match Expo in London? I know Zach and Austin are in Prop. Yeah, so I'm going to try. We are going to be in. We are going to be in what's it? The States. So depending on how I feel when we come back, we'll see if we can go because it will be literally the month afterwards, right? Hmm. See how we're basing out here. So I really do like these longs in continuation. Unfortunately, I've locked out my accounts for. Do I have an FTMO affiliate code? I do. There's no real codes that they use, but you can sign up using this link over here. They don't actually give any codes out to any affiliates, but you can go sign up using the link over there. Love from India, 100%. Appreciate you guys watching. Yeah, it's in June. I think the end of June. So we'll see, Darren. I'm gonna do my best to try and make it. We'll see how I feel from after the May event. That's for sure, because we're gonna be gone the whole time, the whole of May, right? Yeah, cheers, 100%, Dodge. I really like FTM. I've never had any issues with them. The payouts are always pretty quick, smooth, and simple. So yeah, I really like them as a prop firm personally. My side. And then obviously all in the links, all the brokers that I use as well, including your favorite one, Darren Bitget. But yeah, I use different brokers for different reasons. I think it's always good to diversify your risk. As you were saying earlier, Darren, is that also why you use quite a few brokers your side too? I use them to diversify my risk, and I do different things on different brokers as well. Steve, can we look to speak about a little bit like some longer term stock plays? Meta's been trading quite aggressively lower, so that's always going to be an interesting one. But I do like it potentially at this level where we bounced that earlier. We bounced that earlier on Meta from these lows back in November, and we rallied 11%. So it is going to be an interesting one to see what we do get. But yes, longs right now look pretty nice. Yeah, they do look pretty nice at the moment. So let's see what we get to end the session. I do find it a little bit more of a choppier day right now, especially on NQ. Like, look at this, how we are making lower highs potentially, but we're moving higher at the moment. So when I get a little bit of an indiscretion, like we're making lower highs, but we're moving higher on the session, I do tend to be a little bit more wary. Okay, that's for sure. Any questions right now? I mean, it's been a really, really solid month for me so far, and I'm just taking it one day at a time. Um, and I think that's been my main focus. I haven't been getting too ahead of myself. I've just been stacking the wins up and trading really, really nicely. So yeah, that's been where my head's been at. Yeah, but crypto is the wild west. Still at worst a week off anything exchange. Plus, all my trading accounts to exchange are going down would be a sad. Yeah, only have them what I can afford to. I agree with that. Like, I used to have a big balance on my personal account. Let's just, for example, say it was 100 grand. Instead of having 100 grand in the account, you put 10 grand and risk 10%. It would be the same as risking 1% on 100 grand. That's personally how I do it now, and it makes a lot more sense for me just personally. Instead of leaving all your risk in a brokerage account, you can put in the others into long-term stocks and other retirement accounts and stuff like that, and let the and be using leverage on the day trading side of things. See how also NQ, as I said, we are making higher movements in the session, but after that high that when I bought it there pre-market, we've been making lower highs. So I would be wary of this level right now as we speak. So we got a question here in one of my chats as well, but that I work with. But we hold. So someone was asking me in a hard time frame downtrend, but why would I be bullish today? Because we have held the New York session VWAP literally since 10 a.m. We are above. This is how I use VWAP. We are above New York session VWAP since 10 a.m. Majority of the day, we are above New York session VWAP. So that is why you stay long biased. We are above that New York session VWAP. Instead of trying to trade so quickly after the open, just wait. It's as simple as that. Would you say DAX profits are a larger percentage of total profit? Trying to see if I need to look at DAX more and focus on NQ. So what's up, Willy Wonka? I love the name. No, NASDAQ. I mean, we can look at my year-to-date statistics. Let's go reports. Year-to-date. Let's go to symbols. Okay, at the moment, most of my profits are coming from the NASDAQ, US 100. US 100 accounts for $30,000 of my year-to-date profits. And then next in line would be the DAX at 16K, and then the Dow. So the NASDAQ is majority of my profits. Yeah, and then as you can see, I traded one or two futures accounts there, MNQ. Would you? So that's that hopefully answers that question. Yeah, 100%. So most of my profits are coming from the NASDAQ. And again, I don't have a crazy RR. My trade win percentage is 89, 90%, but I'm just stacking green. That's it. I've had a good run so far. So just stacking green. Much better start this year than last year. Last year when I became a dad I was all over the show. That's for sure. Above New York and overnight. Yeah. So we are moving higher. This looks really, really nice on the 5 minute. You could have maybe got long on that pullback over there. As I said, I've just taken a payout with one of my prop firm accounts with FTMO. So I'm going to wait for them to reimburse me and then I'll go from there. And then on the GoChamp account, my account starts from tomorrow. So go check them out. Again, this is for anyone that wants to check out a competition-based account that is free. So go check them out as well. But yeah, I agree with that. Even the NASDAQ now bouncing off of those lows. Ramona, you like RCT? No, I don't use any FNGs or anything or RCT related concepts. I use market structure from my 9 years of experience, but I don't use any RCT concepts personally. No. Hey, if it works for you, that's fantastic. Just never really resonated with me. I just use simple price action structure. So right now we bottom out here at pre-market lows, and that's why I took the long. This is another high low up or VWAP towards the highs. Now we are making another high low here as well. So I don't look at like anything like RCT related concepts. Hey, as I said, if it works for you, that's great. But I'm just using simple price action structure with I'm watching what stocks are doing as well. I'm looking at levels, opening range and VWAP, age full date and stocks. That's my process every single day. So like the age full date is telling me that we need to stay long bias as well. Look at the age full screener. So, you know, I have the same process every single day. Levels, pre-market highs and lows, previous days highs and lows. I wait for the opening range and VWAPs to set. And then I use, I look at the age full data and what stocks are doing around the world. But as I said, there's no right or wrong way to trade. You have to find what works for you, right? Also, I think we're all more simple. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's so many ways to trade this market. I just find what works for me and been sticking to that really. Over this is my the start of this year was my start of my 9th year trading, and you know, the more complicated I do it, the more I trade shit. Essentially, it's as simple as that. The more simple you can keep your process every single day, the easier it is to repeat it. I think. You know, I'm not looking for massive moves. I'm in and out of the markets. Now I do swing trade stocks, but in terms of my day trading, I'm not looking for massive moves. I'm just trading one good trade at a time. And if that's 30 points in the NASDAQ and I'm happy with that, I'll take that. Also, when you're using prop firms and being able to scale that too, 30 points could be $500 to $1,000. Sorry to be paying. What tickers have you got on your screen and Edgeful? I have 16 tickers. You have 13. Yeah, I know you're not a pain in the ass. Dodge, you're asking solid questions. A pain in the ass is someone comes in and complains, you know, you're doing this wrong, whatever. That's a pain in the ass. Let's have a look at my tickers that I got. I got Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Meta, NVIDIA, so the Mag 7, QQQ, SPA, Tesla, ES, NQ, RTY, and YM. So I got the Mag 7, and then the indexes are the options, the ETFs, and the So I got the Mag 7, SPA, QQQ, so the options, ES, NQ, RTY, YM. That's what I have. Yeah, 100%, Dodge. Where are you based again, Dodge? Your side. So that's just what I have there. I mean, you can probably add other other tickers on there too. I just don't personally. So I've got the 4 indexes, including RTY. So yeah, let me know if I need to repeat that again. But yeah, it will definitely make a small difference. But those are the ones I have. This is literally my screener that I look at every single day from a data back bias. So again, I got my plan, my pre-market plan. What levels? So pre-market highs and lows, previous days highs and lows. Wait for the opening range and VWAPs to set in. What is price action doing there? And then I look at Edgeful and what stocks are doing, and I look to make my move from there. Now, an interesting one over here. This is how we can probably also tell that it's going to be a choppier day. Look at the Mag 7. This is why you have to personally, I think, from my experience, you have to look at what stocks are doing if you're trading indexes. Look at the Mag 7. We've got NVIDIA down, Tesla up, Apple up. But Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and Meta also all down. So when you have a little bit of an indecision here, where Tesla's up and Apple's up, but the others are all down, you can see a little bit more chop, right? So that's personally what I like using and watching stocks and seeing how they're rotating between, its opening range and VWAPs from that perspective, right? A 100%. Again, make sure you put my if you're following on Twitter or YouTube, make sure you give my YouTube a follow. I'm almost at 5K actually, and then put notifications on. So when I go live, I stream live every single day. So let's go to my YouTube account. So if you hit over here, okay, and you go to YouTube, click that. Okay, that will come up there. I've just actually hit 5K. So there we go. And make sure you got the notifications on, because we are obviously going to be I stream live every single day. And I hope these live streams helped you guys, right? Put out some content, some videos as well. But my main thing is my live streams. I live stream every single day to try and help other traders, make money trading and better their trading. And then, as always, go check out GoChamp. Again, as I said, my account with them is going to be going from tomorrow. Where's the course, JP? Yeah, I'm going to get the SARC course out on ASFX TV as well. So, on top of that, go check out ASFX TV. You do get a month free. There's some courses in there, not my courses, but I'm going to make a psychology course in there. And you can get it for a month free over there using the code first. I'm going to do like a SARC course just based on my 9 years of trading. That should hopefully help out the guys over there. And Orson and Evan have a course there, and Zach. But I probably won't put out a trading course, because I think a lot of what I do is very, feel it comes from experience. But I'm looking at the same thing every single day, and that obviously does help. But yeah, there won't be like a paid course or anything like that. It'll be a SARC course in here for the ASFX TV members. So you get all of the live streams and the courses in there for the first month free, and then it's $100 or $97. So yeah, that will come out there. Okay. So I'm live on YouTube and on ASFX TV every single day. That's where you can catch me. Where are you based at, Willy Wonka? See how we're coming back down now? See what I'm saying about the stocks being a little bit of a mixed bias right now? And now we are rotating back down. It's not unusual for it when we don't. When yesterday you could have got the longs, right? I got a long later on in the session. You guys can actually go rewatch that too. But when I took the longs, everything was bullish. Tesla up 4%, Nvidia up 3%. Everything's pointing green. When things are dispersed across the board there, like some up, some down, that's when it can be a little bit more of a choppier day. US Virginia, nice. That's where didn't Michael Vick go to Virginia Tech? Mark Vick. Hi, James. Helps big time. I appreciate it, Frank. Always appreciate you guys being on. I try and I always share my real honest opinions, whether you think they're right or wrong. It's just my experience in the markets, and I hope they help. Whether you agree with them or not, I'm always going to tell it to you as it is. Yeah, Mark Vick did go to Virginia Tech. That's right. Yeah. See how we're coming back down now. Now, I don't like how that didn't create a new high on the NASDAQ. So I would not be surprised to see this fall back down to the New York session open VWAP, which would be back at 261. Again, I've locked out my accounts for down up at $900. So I'm just going to take that. I don't like trading on, so I'm waiting for payouts on the two FTMO accounts. I'm green on my personal account today as well. So I don't like taking trades too late in the session. If I'm green on all of them, I might rotate to like another account. And that is the nice thing about being a retail trader. You can rotate like that, right? To different accounts. See, I know my US sports, boss. I know my US sports. I've been watching US sports since like 2012 when Adrian Peterson won the MVP. He's actually, fun fact, he's actually the last non-QB that's won the MVP. Soccer, football fan. Well, yeah, I do watch a little bit of football, soccer. We call it soccer in South Africa, but I know the English get quite upset about that. So I do watch a bit of football. My team is doing a lot better than they used to. Man United. Hey JB, how old are you? 30. It's a good guess. But how? No, I'm a bit younger than that. I'm 27. I turned 28 in August, 13th of August. I turned 28. I got no hair, so you probably think I'm a bit older. So trading will do to you. But no, I'm 27. I turned 28 in August. Cool. So look at that. As I said, coming back down now to that New York session VWAP, and this is a trade that actually we see. Also, when you watch markets and use the same process every single day, I would now, if we cut through this New York session VWAP, I'd not be surprised to see it fall back down to opening range low. Let's have a look at a trade that I actually did take from 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago, Tuesday. See, when you do your daily report cards, you remember. So it was 2 weeks ago, Tuesday. And I did, so it could have been last week, Tuesday. It could have been last week, Tuesday. So let's have a look at it. Yeah, it was these NQ shorts. Look at this. We move higher pre-market. Look how similar this is what I did. No new high created. We break New York session VWAP. We get a pullback and I take the short to opening range low. Look what is actually happening right now. No new high created. Break of New York session VWAP, something like that. Okay. But that comes from because I actually put in the work, right? I do this every single day. I don't just talk about it. I actually do it and I put in the work, and I actually make money trading, unlike most people online. So yeah, I mean, 9 years, you are going to pick up a few patterns. See how very similar that is. Can you guys see this in the chat? We break the opening range high. Now, mind you, this day was a lot more bullish, but similar price action if you're looking from the New York session. Break the opening range high, pull back, no new high created, break of the New York session VWAP, pull back short. Same as what's happening right now. Break of the New York session VWAP, pull back, no new high created. We don't break for new high. That would indicate we're very, very bullish when we break for new highs or low of the day. We don't, and now we're pulling back down. I would not be surprised to see this roll over. I'm flat. I'm not going to be taking any new positions right now, but I would not be surprised to see this fall back down to maybe even 180 back at support pre-market lows here. See how their journaling and everything actually helps with pattern recognition and being able to react in real time. Let me share something here. Give me a second. Let me share something here. Let's go like this. Give me a second, guys. Just want to find this one picture and I can share it on stream here. So let's go like this. Sorry, give me a second, guys. I just want to find this. I think it's really, really good. There we go. Found it for you guys. Okay. By Tom Dante, who's a great follow on Twitter or X, by the way. The only thing you'll find more boring than recording every trade in a journal is the boredom of being in the same place after years of trading just because you don't track to improve. You have to have intention in your trading, right? I do my daily journal in that and mark up documents, markups, and trade patterns because it's actually going to help me make more money. You want to be doing this for 5 years and actually be in the same spot that you were when you started. It's like going to the gym for 5 years and not seeing an improvement. Well, clearly you're eating badly, right? If you're actually putting in the work, you got to journal and actually put in the time and effort. So that's my little rant for you guys. Cool. So now, as I said, we are sitting back at that New York. Yes, definitely trading a lot more bullish than the Nasdaq right now because we're trading above that New York session. VWAP NQ did slide below it. So I'll be interested to see what we do get here. But as I said, I would not be surprised to see this roll over. If we don't reclaim opening range high, I'll definitely see this maybe rolling over. But again, very, very mixed bag today because of what stocks are doing. Would you trade without H4 now having used it? Personally, no, because I love using it. It gives me all the data that I can't do personally, all in once. But yeah, I personally wouldn't. But could I? Yes. Does it help me? Yes. So I like it because it gives me a clear data back bias every single day. Could you trade without it? Yeah, I did it before. But does it help me maybe stay on track and make more money? Yes. So if things are going to help me make more money, I do it. It's the same as I hire a performance coach every single month. Could I trade without the performance coach? Yes, I've done it before. But has he helped me make more money? 100%. I've been working with him for the last year. So, you got to invest in yourself. So I see it. Is it going to help me make more money? Then yes, I'll invest into it. Again, make sure to go check out GoChamp. As I said, they got a pretty cool. Let's go to the leaderboards right now and actually see who's crushing it over here. But yeah, free competition-based accounts. I've got to renew mine tomorrow. From tomorrow, I've got to join again. I've been attacking these accounts. I must say, you have to on these. These guys have been running it up. Look there, 6.4K. So yeah, these guys have been crushing it. So backed by the CME. Okay, you got $5,000 in virtual cash. You got maximum 4 open positions simultaneously. You got 2 CME products per week. Time restrictions. Okay, so you can only know overnight. But yeah, there's cash prizes to be won. Okay, so this is going live from the 1st of April. It's in beta mode at the moment. So make sure to go check them out. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Cool. So look at that bounce. See what I'm saying about the stocks and that? We're just rotating back and forth right now. Not a market that I want to be too involved in. Yeah, so Mag 7 stocks are just scattered right now with no direction. Bounce off that low of their VWAP. I sculpted. Yeah, I mean, you could. ES was definitely more bullish, so you can sculpt that nice or long there for sure. In at like 680, maybe you're catching a little bit of the bounce back up to 629. These ranges are pretty big right now with the volatility picking up. I mean, that's just a nice quick 15-point bounce. Your FRVP, is that set to 930? What FRVP? What? Explain to me. Sorry, I'm not too familiar with the FRVP. If you can, maybe just explain that one to me. Wrong one. It was 618, got out to 29 now. Brilliant. Oh, VWAP. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so that's fixed to market open. I use 2 VWAPs in my trading. Well, technically 3 if you're looking at the high time frames. But for my entry candles, I use for my entry time frame, which is mainly the 5. I use the New York session open VWAP, which is that blue one, which is anchored to 930 open. And obviously, you're looking at 3:30 my time because I'm in South Africa. And then you got the daily VWAP, which is the overnight VWAP. That's anchored to my time midnight. That would be 6 p.m. Eastern time. And then from the high time frame perspective, I use the weekly VWAP, which is obviously anchored to the start of the week, which right now we can see we're actually sitting at that weekly VWAP. And that's probably also why we are getting a little bit more of chop. We're also sitting at that 5-day SMA, which I use for high time frames as well, right? Yeah, 100%. I actually enjoy streaming with these glasses on. It's pretty, blocks out the flipping light. Sometimes I get headaches in the evening from just the flipping light being in my eyes all because obviously it's nighttime here and then you've got the bright light in your face. Jeez. But yeah, perfect. So as I said, Edgefield screen is pointing bullish. That's why even on the NQ, as I said, I wouldn't particularly like to take the short because everything is pointing a little bit more bullish on the data side of things right now. And we have a mixed Mag 7. So you got to trade kind of like, you got to be a little bit more cautious. That's for sure. Cool, guys. So we'll head off here in the next couple of minutes. As I said, I think once locking out the accounts, it is it's always just taking the one good trade at a time, right? There you go. The guys have put it there. One good trade at a time. Cool, guys. So I always appreciate everyone that's tuning in. I've got a lot of guys on my X channel, and I'm always sharing my journey there. So make sure to follow my socials. Go check out GoChamp as well, as I said. And then we'll be same time tomorrow. I'll be live on my YouTube for the Open, and then again same time here, 12 p.m. for this session, as well as on ASFX TV in the evening as well. So that will be 1 p.m. So twice for the Open on YouTube, again YouTube at 12, and then to recap the day on ASFX TV at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So that's where you can catch me. The link I'll put over here to everything over there. Make sure you are following me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I appreciate you guys joining. Yeah, hit the likes. It does help the algo. And again, like, you know, I might not be the most popular trader. I don't claim to be the biggest, baddest trader, but I know how to make money, and hopefully I can help you guys make money in your trading as well. If you ask the questions, I'm always here to give you my take on my experience of it. I'll leave you guys with this in the chat. I did tweet this the other day. I tweeted a while ago, but I tweeted it again yesterday as well. Let me get that here, like this. Like this. And I want you to go watch this video. I'll put it in the chat too. I trade for money, not to be the biggest, baddest trader. I have a family that depend on me. I don't trade for applause or for ego. I trade to provide for my family. That's it. I think a lot of people are too caught up. How much money are you making? How much money? Doesn't matter. Focus on yourself and being better every single day. That's all that matters. And then go watch this clip from Rounders. I think it's a fantastic clip. Speaks about some good stuff in there too that relates to the tweet. So I hope that you guys have a good rest of the day. Keep it tidy. And we'll see you guys all on tomorrow. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out the rest of my socials. Perfect, guys. Have a good one. Go check out GoChamp as well. And yes, sir. We'll see you guys all on tomorrow.